Welcome to UK elections and ethnic diaspora. Economy is one of the key drivers of 2015 elections in the UK. While the Tories are harping upon having brought the economy on track, the Labour wants to balance the books now in this term. Lib Dem wants to give Labour a brain and Tory a heart. And all the other parties are coming up with their arguments about economy. We are going to look at them and also talk to people from the ethnic diaspora about economy.
As UK prepares to go to the polls on the 7th of this month in the most closely fought election in a generation, the economy happens to be one of the most important issues to be concerned about for the voters. The whole population in the United Kingdom is dependent on its economy. For them, it is their employment, it's their future. Even as all the major political parties of the country believe in the same and the promises to do every bit for the economy in their manifestos, the people of UK remain segregated as to which party they should vote for. The Conservative campaign message has been dominated by reference to his long-term economic plan and how Britain last year grew faster than other rich nations. In its manifesto, the Conservatives pledged to eliminate the deficit and run a surplus by the end of the Parliament. The party aims for full employment for all those willing to work. It also promised to fund 3 million apprenticeships and triple the number of startup loans to businesses to 75,000. On the other hand, the Labours target the Conservatives. The party has focused on what it calls Britain's cost of living crisis after earnings lagged behind inflation throughout most of the 5 years since David Cameron became the Prime Minister. In its manifesto, the party promised to balance the books by cutting deficit every year with a surplus on the current budget and national debt falling in the next Parliament. The Labour promised that if they come to power, they will not take any additional borrowing for new spending. To attract Labour class, the party pledged a minimum wage of £8 an hour by 2020. It also promised to provide apprenticeship for every school leaver who gets the grades. Even though the manifestos carried out by the parties focus on the economy, making it a centre point in the UK elections, the much fundamental issue is that of growth, which has not been given much importance. The Liberal Democrats' manifesto contains a large section on growth and productivity. Party aims to end deficit by 2017 and 18 with a mixture of spending cuts and tax rises. They promise to expand apprenticeships and develop national colleges for vocational skills. To attract middle-class voters, the Liberal Democrats extended paternity leave from 2 to 6 weeks. It also wished to raise £1 billion from extra corporation tax on the banking sector. Apart from these political parties, a UKIP and Green Party have also not left any stone unturned as far as the British economy is concerned. UKIP in their manifesto says, ensure Treasury sticks to its plan of eliminating the deficit by third year of the next year Parliament with a surplus, assure the removal of EU directives hampering the British economy, and to enhance UK's position as the World Trade Organization. The Green Party in their manifesto presses on, increasing the minimum wage to £8.10 in 2015 to £10 per hour by 2020, ending austerity measures and create 1 million public sector jobs, ban on exploitative zero-hour contracts, and introducing a maximum 35-hour working week. The importance of the economy is at the forefront for many voters, especially the business community residing in the country. With the voters still undecided and segregated over their votes, this year's election has surely generated curiosity across the world and not just the UK citizens. To see whether the table's going to turn the current scenario or not, we will have to wait till the 7th of May. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Economy is one of the key issues in this election, but how does it serve us in the ethnic diaspora is what I want to ask Mr. Vijay Goel.
Most of the Asian small businesses, they suffer from organized finance. So I think government has to do little bit more to arrange finances for them. The second agenda comes on immigration. Generally, most of the Asian businesses, when they want to employ people from India, Pakistan, Nepal, or Sri Lanka, then it's difficult to get the people from those countries because the rules are like that. It is not very easy. So I believe 52% of UK business, they suffer because they don't have the proper skill. So the skill shortage is there, and the Asian businesses suffer because of that as well.
Yes.
And the third thing, within the government also, there are not any, like a system to hear Asian businesses more. So I believe there should be more interaction between Asian businesses and the government so that the business can grow. In UK, as you know, our Asian people, they contribute 10 times more or compared to their counterpart to the economy. Although in terms of percentage, as a total population we are less, but our contribution to UK economy is much more larger. So keeping that in mind, I think all parties should come together and promote Asian businesses because they create a lot of employment, they create a lot of skills, they create a lot of resources, and they are doing good for the country. Not only for this country, when they make money, sometimes they do invest abroad and they do business in their home country. So the business is good in those countries as well.
Now, keeping all these concerns in mind, do you think they have been addressed or even acknowledged by the parties, the pledges of economy in the party manifestos?
I think the parties are trying. I think till now they never thought about Asian contribution because Asians were insignificant. Now in last few years, our Asian people have done the significant growth. They have contributed very well to the economy. They made a lot of donations to the parties. So I think now every party been thinking about them and taking their views. So I think there are some reflection, but not in full. So I think the more reflection will follow. As Asian people, we should support Asian businesses. We should also encourage more Asian member of parliament, more Asian lord, so that they again, they help to create a voice for Asian. So I think within the Asian community, we have to bring more people in the politics as well.
Yeah.
And again, we should be strong. I feel we Asians are not united. I feel we are not involved in the policy making. We are not involved in. We are just concentrating on doing the business.
Yes.
And by that, what happens? We've been ignored till now.
Yes.
And so I think we should look into that. We should not be ignored. We should not be taken into granted, and we should certainly raise our voice, be united, so that all the parties they take us more seriously, keeping in mind the contribution what we make to the economy.
So, as chairman of Asian Business Association, please, on the platform of UK elections and ethnic diaspora, do say what you have to, it could be an appeal or something, so, suggestion or whatever.
As I said, as a chairman of Asian Business Association at London Chamber and Commerce, which I would say government should look into few policies, which is our agenda. One, the housing policies. They should certainly release more land for housing, because if the house prices will be costlier, then the cost to employer will be very high. So certainly they should look into the housing. Number two, they should look into the cyber security, because number of businesses has been affected by the cyber security. So the cost of cyber security very high, which affects the small businesses. Multi-billion pounds are wasted because of that. So government should come up with a proposal so that the cyber security is looked into that. And thirdly, government should have more power to GLA on their taxes. Generally, like in New York, the New York mayor has 50% of the revenue for him. In London, we have only 7%. So the mayor should have more power, more revenue, so that he can invest in the London. So once London will grow, they will invest more in transport, they will invest more in infrastructure, so then the business will flourish. And the other issue is government should also do to increase the skill set. At the moment, I believe more than 52% of the businesses, they feel there is a skill shortage. So we should have a policies to create more skills so that businesses can flourish. And the transportation, the government should also invest in the London transportation to upgrade them, so that more business can go in and out. To go to Heathrow or taking time to come from Heathrow, they should be reduced. It should be smooth. Within the London also, if the transportation structure is in place, the business will grow. So these are the policies I would like government should look into that and take it from there.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. That was Mr. Vijay Goel from Asian Business Association saying that as of now, none of the political parties have done fair by the Asian businesses.
Serious business. Yes,
It has not been very fair, yes, and they've not been taken very seriously. And on a scale of 1 to 10, he only gives them 3 to 4.
Yes.
So that's not really something to celebrate, but something to think about for the political parties. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we will be talking to people about economy, and I bet it's a very interesting conversation. So stay with us on UK elections and ethnic diaspora.
I'm still undecided, so maybe we'll see how it goes.
Parties, when there is an election or no election, they should connect to the people. They should, I know there's a lot of things on their plate to address, but the local MPs or the council people should connect.